Let's make a scenario for you. Say you just sacrificed, and you got your big new pretty upgrader.
Whoa!
Look at it. And let's say you need some money to get to your second life, assuming you weren't, life 2000 and above. And you're like, wow, how do I get life 2 with a Schrodinger setup? Turns out you don't have to use that many. And, here you go. Here's the video for you. So, first things first, you're only going to need a Panite mine. So, get going on it, as they would say. So, here you go. This is going to be a centering conveyor. All you got to do is slap a Panite on that. And you win. You don't need anything else. Except you will. So let's just do that. Because the Panite mine is so totally not shaped weird that it won't work. So you get the Freon blaster to blast those ores with blasting. So you might be thinking, usually the Schrodinger setup is the hardest part of a setup for a first lifer because they don't know how many Schrodingers they should use, or they just don't know if Schrodingers would actually help. And it's like, whoa, the first ore he gave me was 2k, so I'm not going to use it anymore sort of scenario. But, it just gives you 2k because it really just secretly loves you. Or it really hates you. It's one of those two. Alright, you probably want a blockade here just in case the ore is goodbye. So you want another centering conveyor. And then you want the Freons. And keep placing them until they start beeping. I think this one will make it start beeping. Or the next one. Yep, alright. So, what we need to do now is, just in case that blockade doesn't work, you only really need like 4 to 5 Schrodingers. I'm going to use 4 for this example. And then just immediately right off the bat go into welders. Now, just to remind, this is only for people who have sacrificed and need a first life setup. This isn't for the normal first lifers because you're going to be missing a big upgrader in that category. And it's the thing that makes it work. Now this setup really won't take long at all. It'll basically work the second you're done building it. So, get like 3 orbitals in there as well. And then you also want... where are they? These pretty thingies. These help. And you want 4 of them, because that's how many you can use. And they pretty much double your ore value. The only problem is they take up a little bit of space, so you want to use them in this sort of way. Yeah, is that only 3? Mm-hmm. Not going to be able to place another one here, so I'm going to have to do it like this. And then you want the last steamer. Get a plasma upgrader here, or just a plasma conveyor, not an upgrader. You could just ore cannon yourself, I believe. I think that could work. But why do that when you could do it like this? Now, where is the zappers? Make sure they're going the right way. They are. Whoop-de-doo. And then you want an advanced ore scanner. And then you turn it. And then there's the ultimate sacrifice. Now what you do now is build it all over again. Get to it. Chop chop. In all seriousness though, it really doesn't matter the second time around what position, where you put it, just as long as you put it down. Because at this point you'll be running slightly low in space. So let's get right back into ramping this. With the ore steamer again. They cleanse the ores. They make them take a shower. If it's for ores, that could be something very bad, actually. You could also you can also use this way to get the ore zappers. You don't just have to ramp them. Will this even work, though? Maybe. If it's, like, right up on this, I don't think it will. Yeah, the ore's no thanks off of it. So we'll save that for later. It won't kill him. So we'll just turn it instead. Put one there, put one there. And then get the last 2 ore steamers. This is a little disgustingly unorganized, but it'll pay off once you see how much money it really gives. Now you'll want a place to put the orbitals, so I'll leave that room here. And then you want to get in, last but not least, the ore zappers. So that's what we'll do, is the ore zappers, once I just make enough room for it. I just realized I made a horrible mistake. I switched places with the conveyors. You don't want to do that. Oh, no, it's still off. You can tell how much I prepare for these. I try to. And make sure the setup at least works before I make it. I didn't say anything about positioning them, though. Because as you can tell, I really have a problem with that. So, next we will teleport the ores. You're going to see them dying for a minute, which is fine. You got to make some sacrifices. Just make sure it's not you being sacrificed. And welders, once again, they're the most important part to this setup. You know, they are. Arguably. Because a surprising amount of them can work. So, we're almost done here. And once you get enough money for the orbitals, which is why I left these empty spaces here for, just so you can place the orbitals as well. Same with this spot. The setup should work without a hitch, and it should give you money pretty fast. You'll have a couple duds at first, and then you'll start getting some actual money. So let's provide that example. Hopefully. The most expensive thing will just be the Schrodingers. The rest is really cheap. Now here's some duds, and there you go. There's a quadrillion. Or, so at this point you can start buying your orbitals. And pretty soon you'll get the money. And you know, at this point I would finally have enough for the Dream Maker. I'll wait for this ore to pass. And here we are. Once you got that down, you just want to keep placing orbitals. And you know, I'm already nearly there. So now I got 4 orbitals over here. I'll get the 4 over here. And then the full setup will be running. And here we go. It's all done. Now we just have to wait for the yummy ores. Technically, you just get it over time. Like, see, I got 3 quadrillion. You'll be quintillion, not quadrillion. You'll just be getting small quintillions by this point. And just give it like a minute or so and you'll be good. That's all it takes. You could use more than one panite mine, but as you can tell, it really doesn't hurt if you just use one. Because we're still getting quite a few ores. However, you obviously can use more than one panite, and it'll probably work faster. For this example, though, I only used 1. And we're halfway there. Exciting stuff we have here, guys. Oh. Oh, and by the way, we got enough to reborn now. If I was life 1. Because I need a little bit more money if I wanted to rebirth at life this. And by the way, for you guys telling me I'm not the highest life in the comments, I'm well aware. So you need to stop telling me that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Or this setup, even. This is a pretty damn good first life ultimate sacrifice setup if I ever saw one. Obviously, this is the best one in my opinion. Or near the best, without any loops involved. Unless you count using the ultimate sacrifice and doing the same thing all over again as a loop, which I wouldn't, because it's actually made out differently. So, I already have enough for 2 rebirths. So, hope you guys enjoyed this setup. I'll catch y'all later with probably a stream and another homie tomorrow.
See you guys later. Be bodacious.